Hey guys, it's Cauliflower. Welcome back to my channel. And yes, I know it's been a long time since I actually sat down and filmed a video. It's been quite a bit, actually. So what we're filming today is April favorites. I figured since now we are well into May that it was time to come out of hiding and do a video and talk about some of the products that I enjoyed for the last month of April and give you guys some updates about some things. We'll talk about the giveaway that never happened or did happen but never got a winner. I did post on my community page. If you haven't seen it, I will screenshot that right here. What you guys wanted me to do as a result of that giveaway that started back in March, February. I don't even know at this point. I think it was in March. And I had said either I could make it bigger or I can just make a winner by this point. And at this point, you guys out there voted that you wanted me to make it bigger. So I'm making it bigger. I will make it bigger. And I'm adding on more stuff as we speak. So we're going to run it till the end of May, run it till the May 30th. So if you have not gotten in, it is a big, huge box of just favorites and spring things and all that kind of stuff. And all you need to do is be a subscriber of my channel. You can also follow me on Instagram and just hashtag Choly's giveaway if you want to enter. And share. The more you share, the more people join, the better it is, the better the odds. Okay, so we're going to talk about some products that I enjoyed for the month of April. April seemed like it was like the longest month ever. It was like longer than January felt. There was a lot of things that went on in April, some good, some not so good, just like some of these products sitting in front of me. So let's start. I'm going to start with, usually I start with skincare. Let's start with primer this month. So the one that sticks out to me that I haven't really been like secluded in just using one, but there's one that I keep going back to that I really have been enjoying. And I don't know if I talked about it last month, but if I have, then I'm just going to repeat it again. Is the Touch and Soul No Problem. I almost said no problem. No problem. I have just been loving this stuff. It is just really, really nice for that like smooth canvas. It feels really good on the skin. It's not greasy. It works very well with all of my serums and my, skincare, that kind of a thing. I'm wearing it today underneath the foundation I will be talking about in a little bit. So yeah, have been really enjoying that. Okay, but I am going to talk about some skincare. Now, I had seen a few months back Thomas Halbert talk about this line. It is called Bio Clarity, and they have 3 separate lines that you can try. This one is basically all in one. There's a acne version and I think there's a hydrating version, but this one is like an all in one. So you can use this for just about anything. Any type of skin will oblige the skincare. So I have been loving and using this cleanse like you would not believe. It is cucumber, green tea, and chamomile based. It's very light and it does lather up pretty nicely. There's no smell to this. There's no stickiness to this. It rinses off very nicely. It does take off makeup pretty nicely. But my favorite thing in this whole collection is the Zen Ultra Calming Serum with Floralux, which has licorice root, niacinamide. I almost said cyanide. Niacinamide and lentil. So it's all vegan, it's all natural, and you do this little top comes up, and then you just take this little dropper and you just dispense it like that, which is really easy and nice. I used this when I took it to Albany with me, and I just fell in love with it. It feels really clean and nice on your skin. It's very cooling. And every time I go somewhere, there's always some kind of an outbreak. I think it's due to stress or travel or what have you, but something always happens, and this calmed it down really nicely. Alongside the Hydrate Skin Smoothie, which also has the same amount of products, except this one has argan and olive oil in it. Really nice and hydrating. This is all I brought with me when I went away, as opposed to the 5 or 6 different products that I use on the daily. This is what it looks like. They have no odor to them, no smell. It feels very nice and cooling and very, very hydrated. So your skin will feel amazing. If you're interested in this Bio Clarity. I believe you can get this still for the same deal I did. I got all 3 products for like 36 bucks, which is pretty cheap. And if you want to continue getting, like they do with Proactive, if you want to continue getting the subscriptions, you can still opt to do that, or you can just opt to buy it once and never use it again. But it is really amazing stuff. No, I am not sponsored or getting paid for it, but I just wanted to talk it up. So we're back, and this is what I couldn't find because it was in the sink, but it is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Stick Foundation, and the color is in Shell Ivory. I have been doing nothing but using this pretty much all month. And it's funny because I had said I wasn't going to buy it, but I ended up purchasing it anyway. It was on like a 40% sale at Rite Aid. And yeah, I absolutely adore this foundation. It is amazing. It goes on really nicely. I wear it pretty much constantly, especially if I'm just going to go somewhere very quickly, you know, just a few swipes of this and then, like, you know, my brush, just puff it in. Can you tell I've been filmed in a while? Buff it in. That's what I meant to say. And we're good to go. It's very fresh and dewy looking, depending on what I put underneath it and on top of it. But it is a really, really good foundation. Is it a high coverage foundation? Absolutely not. It's a buildable foundation. You can do light, you can do medium, you can do a little bit more than medium. I mean, you can keep doing this sucker. I don't know how much heavy coverage y'all want, but I don't think it's for that. I think it's just good if you want to do like an everyday look, something like boop, 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 and out the door. That's what it's good for. All right, let's move on to another stick product. This is from Makeup Revolution. This is their all-in-one Sculpt Contour Stick. Now, this I got on my Makeup Revolution haul. Now, to look at this color, you're going to think, holy hell, is that dark? And you would be right. It is very, very dark. But as a contour, it is really nice. It's very creamy. It blends in nicely. I like the contour it gives me. It gives me that like really chiseled contour look. Not going overboard, not leaving any orange streak or any weird kind of like bronzy, like glittery goldness that some of these things do. I just love it. Very inexpensive. Got this off the Makeup Revolution website. I've been very, very happy with a lot of Makeup Revolution's products these days because in the past, but you know, now I'm seeing that they're doing some really good stuff. All right, let's move on to some powders, which they're all going to be from one brand and one brand only. We've got some L'Oreal. Yes, we're going to talk about some L'Oreal. So first, we've got the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. This is their 15-hour powder, which I purchased at Ulta. Ulta had these literally for $1. Literally for $1, and they became my favorites because these are just really good powders. Now, this is darker than my normal skin tone, obviously, but it is a gorgeous, gorgeous, again, bronzing or contouring powder. I have been using this all month and loving it. Very smooth, and the blending is just amazing. It just goes into my skin. Looks really, really nice, and have been enjoying that along with these guys. Now, I bought one of these off Amazon, and then I ended up buying a couple more on Mercury. This is the L'Oreal Paradise Enchanted, and I think I talked about this last month too, but I have a couple more now. These blushes. These are amazing. These are supposedly scented, but I don't know where they're scented. I honestly do not know. And again, they are universal. You can use this as a contour bronzing, or you can use this as a really nice, like a tea and honey type of a color for your cheeks if you like that kind of a thing. Colors are in them. We've got 150, and that is in Blissful. That's this one right here. And another is in 191 in Fantastical. So I bought these two. And another backup to my 193, which is Charming. That's the one I just showed you guys. But this one is 191 in Fantastical. This one I've been using a lot because it's like that peach, beautiful peach color. Just really nice. But again, they claim these are scented. I don't see where they're scented. Not on and not in the pan. So I don't know what you're talking about, L'Oreal, but I still like the formula. I still like what they look on, how they look on my skin. They look really natural, really pretty, nothing too brash. That's my favorite kind of blush, when it ain't too brash. All right, I only have one highlighter this month, and it came in the form of, I think, BoxyCharm. This is, or no, Ipsy. This is the Good Girl from Lottie London. And did I think it was going to be good? No, actually, I didn't think it was going to be good. I actually thought it was going to be kind of meh. But I really, really like this for a pretty much like a drugstore. Of course, I can't show it here any justice because the light's just going to do that. But it is so pretty. If you see the shift on that, unfortunately, my Doshgarn ring light is not going to allow me to do this, but let's see. The shift on that is just so, so pretty. There we go. And I love the way it looks on my skin. It makes my face look dewy and fresh, and that's all I can really ask for in a highlight. I really, really enjoy this. I'm wearing it today. It's on my nose. It's underneath, you know, the eyes, that kind of a thing. It's really, really really pretty. I loves it. I loves it. I loves it. All right, let's move on. We're going to brighten this up a little bit more because it's a little bit dark in here. Okay, I'm going to move on to something strange that I don't normally talk about. Well, every now and again I talk about stuff like this, but it is a new deodorant that I actually found on a fluke while I was shopping with my daughter for her for Easter, and it is from Lush. It's called the Grinch. The Grinch. This is a deodorant powder. And you're like, a deodorant powder? Like, how is that supposed to work? Well, I'll tell you something. It does work. I didn't think it would, but you just take a little bit of this and you put this underneath your pits. It smells, number one, the smell of this is basically, what do we have? I think it's like sage and tea tree oil and a bunch of just wonderful essential oils, that kind of a thing, but it works. As far as like sopping up, you know, the sweat and that kind of a thing, if I went to the gym, I use this. This was what was keeping me dry at the gym. It felt like you would just put talcum powder underneath your arms and it kept feeling that nice dry feeling without you having the sweat come through or that stickiness that happens with normal natural deodorants with the like weird waxy silicone-y kind of feel sometimes they have. This doesn't have that. And the powder doesn't feel rough or anything of that nature, and it's not over drying. So it is, I think it's like $10 at Lush, which is actually, if you think about it, the way Lush is with their products, was pretty reasonable. And this is a pretty good size. It's almost 3 ounces, and you need the tiniest bit for both underarms, of course. And you can also use this for, you know, that other area if you feel like you need a little freshening up down there. Hey, it works wherever you want to use it. I'm just saying. All right, moving on to, I've got some mascara to talk about. And boy, oh boy, I was not expecting to like this mascara at all. But ColourPop. ColourPop did the thing. This is the ColourPop Volumizing Mascara. And yes, you are correct. It is the green color. I just wore this not too long ago. Maybe I will pop in a picture of it. This is the most volumizing, the most lush mascara, and the color, like legit, just was like my lashes were jade. They were just jade. It was so pretty. Like, I just love that kind of like different, like giving your eyes more of a pop of color without having to always use shadow. Like if you do it with your liner, if you do it with your mascara, and this beat out L'Oreal's, this beat out Maybelline's. This is really good. I have 2 of them. I also have the one in the red. Yes, I do have the one in the red. This one gives you a little bit more of like a burgundy hue on your lashes, which I really enjoy as well. I cannot believe that I really did love both of these. And you know what? They were $8. $8 ColourPop, okay? As opposed to some of these drugstore mascaras that don't cut it. And I should know because I'm a mascara fool. So I do understand that they did the thing on that. All right, speaking of ColourPop, I've got a couple of palettes by them too that I really have been enjoying this month. Let's talk about this one right here. This is the Just My Luck by ColourPop. I might have brought this up last month. I bought this after St. Patrick's Day. I did purchase it before, but I didn't get it till a week after St. Patrick's Day. But then I decided to use it, and I absolutely adored it. The greens in here are amazing. This yellow is absolutely gorgeous if you want an inner corner pop, or if you just want it on your lid. That is absolutely stunning. I think I must have talked about this last month. But then I also purchased another color pop, and that's this one right here. This is the Sweet Talk Pressed Powder Palette. This is the one with the pressed pigments in there. And you know, it kind of reminds me of Kathleen Light's Dream Street. The colors kind of accentuate. Some of these colors do. And then of course she had a couple of like other, you know, like a blue or like a little pink number in there. This kind of just goes under corals and peaches and then a little bit of the terracotta colors. But what I love the most about it is this jam right here. This pressed like creamy, glittery, just deliciousness on your eyes, which I am wearing on my eyes today. I absolutely love this palette. This palette, it wakes up the more standard, okay, we got the standard, you know, these are standard colors in every single palette, but then of course they throw in those peaches, which I really love, and then we have this glitter right here, which I did use for a after party when I was out in Albany, and oh my God, it was so stunning on my eyes. There was a little bit of fallout. I'm not going to say there wasn't fallout, but you know what? 12 bucks for this palette. Absolutely worth it. The colors are amazing in here. It's a great spring palette. If you have not picked this up, I highly recommend it. You know, I haven't been giving ColourPop too much love, so this month it's all about it. Between L'Oreal and ColourPop, it has been the thing. It has been the thing. All right, I'm going to go with one that I've been using pretty much as well. I think I brought this up too last month. This is Morphe's palette. It just says Morphe. Just says Morphe. I don't remember. I think we got this in a BoxyCharm, but I really do like it. It's a standard, you know, they're standard colors, standard neutrals, that kind of a thing. I'm wearing it on my eyes today, along with the ColourPop, that pressed glitter in there, which I really, really enjoy. This is a great everyday palette. So this still was in my favorites as well, because I didn't really purchase that much as far as like new palettes are concerned. I'm trying to like use the ones that I have currently. I'm thinking of doing a Shop My Stash really soon. If you guys are interested in that, let me know in the comments down below. I've got so much stuff that just kind of sits there because I do a haul, or I do like a review, or I put it into favorites and then you never hear from it again. And I'm getting to the point where I'm like, you know, I accumulate a lot of makeup along the line, a long time. And it just kind of sits there because I'm like, yeah, I showed this already, but I really like revisiting and going back into my stuff and mixing things up and just using what I have already, as opposed to just getting new stuff or, you know, adding to my collection, which I love to do. Don't get me wrong, but I do love what I have currently. Okay, one that I was not, I don't know what my hair is doing, but one that I was not impressed with, this was like a little bit of a wah, was the LA Girl. The LA Girl, the nudist. I don't know what the hell I was expecting. I mean, the packaging is amazing on this. It's really, really nice. You get a really cool mirror and everything like that. What was I expecting? It was just your standard kind of just their palette. It kind of reminds me of the Naked Basics. It just, yeah, that's all it really is. It's good for that, but you know, the way certain people going on about it, like Nicole from Young, Wild, and Polished, she was talking about it like it was the bee's knees. The black in this is pretty decent, although when I smoked it out on my eyes, it became kind of muddy and kind of like the way you're seeing it now, just not looked really nice. I don't know. For some reason, it just didn't really work for me. So this was kind of a dud in the whole month of April that I can really say I was not a big fan of. Now I got all this crap all over my fingers and hands, but we'll clean that up after I talk about lip products, because I got 3. Now, one of them is in the form of Becca. I think I talked about this last month, but I'm going to talk about it again. Put my glasses on because I can't read the damn thing. This is Becca's Ultimate Lipstick Love, and it is in the color Sorbet. It is probably one of the prettiest colors I've ever owned by Becca. This is absolutely stunning. It reminds me of the ColourPop, their luxury lipsticks. In fact, I have a color that looks just like it, but it is so buttery, so beautiful. And I picked this up at TJ Maxx, I believe, or Marshall's, one of the two. The packaging is just stunning. it's great that we can finally get some really great brands at TJ Maxx and Marshall so we can try it for ourselves instead of having to go and wait for either Ulta or Sephora to have sales. So I'm really glad I picked this up. It has become a staple in my makeup. And the last, I just went like this in glitter. It just flew up like Tinkerbell, just had an explosion. The last I'm going to talk about is from L'Oreal. Again, this is their Rouge Matte Ink, whatever you want to call it. These are currently the only two I own. This dark, like orange terracotta color has been my favorite over the one I'm wearing currently, which is this one. And I really do enjoy the formula. However, I will say it takes a few passes to get this opaque. It's a very thin formula. It kind of shears in the beginning, but you can also draw a very distinct line with it. You don't have to use a lip liner with this. You can just fill in where you need to. It goes in all the corners and it works nicely. It's a matte, but it's not that cracky matte. That probably could have been a better way to put it, but it's not a cracky matte. It's not a matte that's going to crack your lips in half. It's not going to make it look like all dry and just not attractive or pretty. And I really like this one, this color. I'll put the colors down below because, of course, I can't read the small print. And yeah, all right, that is it. My hands are dirty from everything else, all the swatches, all the things all over my hands. But that is it for the month of April. Let me know if you guys have ever tried any of these products, if you've ever tried the Bio Clarity line, which is amazing, amazing, amazing. And yeah, that is it. I shall see you guys very, very soon in another video.